YouTube has been putting out a lot of slop lately, and it's honestly getting exhausting. From rage bait to clips of people reacting to things to just straight up uploading clips of movies to gain viewers and subscribers. The state of YouTube in 2025 is a lot different than when I started watching YouTube. Now, I started watching YouTube probably about 2008, I think was the first year I really started watching it as a viewer. Back then, it was still the wild, wild west. People were uploading songs that didn't belong to them with clips of TV shows that didn't belong to them. But then we had this apocalypse, and that went away. But now in 2025, it's all coming back again. And YouTube's not really doing much about it. Now, that's not the far worst part of it. YouTube has become its own social media platform, more than just a video sharing platform. It's trying to be Reddit and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, and it's even trying to be a TV app all in one. So I've got a few notes here. Let's talk about things about YouTube here. The next thing we have here, and this is the thing I've seen big complaints about, is the YouTube community tab. Now, this is them trying to be more like Reddit or Instagram. The first problem we have is that they pop up everywhere. I might put some footage in the background here of me going through my homepage, but you don't even have to scroll very far. You just get a bunch of YouTube posts. Now, the YouTube posts that you typically see on the homepage are from the YouTubers themselves. People who are uploading things on their own page, to make their own thing. But now YouTube has this thing where if you're subscribed to someone and you go over to their page, they now have a posts tab instead of the community tab. You scroll down, you've got his post. Great stuff. Everyone loves that. But there are YouTubers out there who don't have that disabled, where you can upload whatever you want, picture-wise, to somebody else's YouTube page. That's very weird and strange, not very the YouTuber experience. You go to YouTube, you're following someone, you don't want to see another fan's post on that YouTuber's page. You want to see what you subscribed for. And with the community tab as a whole, there are YouTubers out there who just post memes that are completely unrelated to the content of their channel, and frankly, kind of the opposite representation of what their channel stands for, at least, in your mind, right? The next issue we have here is YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts was a great move on their part, being able to compete with Instagram Reels and TikTok as a whole. Adding YouTube Shorts was a genius idea. However, it allows people to upload whatever they want. Lots of people are uploading copywritten content and getting subscribers off of it. I was watching a YouTube short of a piece of content from a TV show, and the top comment was, "Just subbed, look forward to seeing more from you." Now, I get wanting to watch things for free, and that YouTube Shorts gives you a way to get it in bite-sized bits. But if you're going to watch it for free, watch it another way. What you're doing is you're essentially paying people. Now, you're not paying them yourself, you're paying them with your views and your time. But you're essentially paying people to steal content. Now, not everyone gets by this bar. Most people get hit with copyright. But a lot of channels don't. There's some channels out there with hundreds of thousands of subscribers just uploading copywritten content. Now, I will use occasional pieces of content to kind of exasperate my point. Like in the Batman video or the Batgirl video. And because of shorts being the length they are, a lot of people are losing interest in long-form content. Now, that's not to say that my long-form content is performing less or better than my short-form content. Honestly, my short-form content is completely different than my long-form content. I do gaming videos for long, and short videos are typically, discussion videos like one of these. YouTube is also serving up channels that don't have a lot of subscribers, which I really enjoy. I like the fact that they're finally pushing channels that don't get a lot of views or don't get a lot of subscribers on the recommendation tab based on things that you enjoy watching. Like, I watch a lot of DC and Marvel content, discussion videos, like Chris Rich Yaps and M Enterprises. I like both of their videos for completely different reasons. They're funny in their own unique way, and M Enterprises, he's a discussion channel about superheroes in general, and Chris Rich Yaps, he has another channel I haven't seen, but he does reactions to movies, but he does it in a way where it's, very short. He's not putting the whole movie in, and he's mainly just dogging on the thing.
So we got Hulk versus Abomination. Blonsky seen how the Hulk was moving earlier and was like, nah, give me what he got.
Wow. M Enterprises is just dogging on people in general, or sharing his opinions. Kind of my inspiration for what I'm doing with my short form discussion videos, honestly. While long form videos are still getting recommended to people, they're a lot rarer than the short form content that people are regularly putting out. And not to mention, short form content's just easier to make, honestly. While I can do gaming videos all day, every day, making a hour-long discussion video, kind of difficult. We're also seeing a lot of AI slop and, lazy AI uploads.
Here, let me show you. Let me show you how this works. Okay, basically, you go to ChatGPT. All right, you go to any AI model. Hit that. Generate me a true crime story that I can upload and talk about on YouTube. All right, so boom, you ask the actual thing here. It basically generates a story. The vanishing of Rebecca Holloway. Okay, so this is the AI putting together an actual script that again, some faceless channel will just copy paste into a narration tool. Maybe they'll pad it out a little bit and then upload it with, again, stock images that they've downloaded through the internet and just post it to YouTube every single day.
It's not what YouTube stands for. YouTube, when it was first created, when I first started watching YouTube, was the broadcast yourself era. That's what it was called, the slogan, broadcast yourself. I don't know if YouTube still carries a slogan like that, but back when you could literally upload anything, you could be talking to a screen about nothing, and people would watch, because there was less things to watch back then. We're also seeing a huge rise of independent creators and large media groups, not a whole lot of in-betweens. There's been a couple of YouTubers popping up here and there that I've seen that are multiple people, but for the most part, it's always one single person or a large media group. And these large productions do really well on YouTube, but not well enough, because usually these large productions try to get away with a bit more than YouTube's okay with. So they'll make it so that some of their content is gated. That's another thing that's becoming really common on YouTube, is Patreon and other website exclusive content, so that they can have their reach in other places. Now, personally, I won't ever use any of those because I'm a YouTube kind of guy. Maybe I'll check out somebody's Twitch, because I do stream occasionally, but it's not really my thing. Right now, YouTube stands at a point where subscriptions don't really matter. Now, up to a certain point, they do matter. I believe it's 3,000 subscribers is when it kind of stops mattering. Because once you've got 3,000 subscribers, all they care about is your watch time. Then you'll start making money on the platform. Now, you can advertise things that'll make you money, which is why we're seeing a lot of Patreon exclusive content, because people can make money by advertising on YouTube, but they aren't making money from YouTube until they hit a certain metric. Yeah, it's something like 3,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, or you can get it through YouTube Shorts views too. Right now, YouTube is promoting engagement. Now, a lot of platforms are also promoting engagement, like Twitter, for instance. Twitter is like the worst of it all right now, because there is nothing but rage bait on Twitter. But a lot of people post clips, or they'll make a video specifically for the purpose of getting people to react to it, to get people angry about the content they're making. And that kind of content's just too combative. It's not really what people are here for on YouTube, and frankly, it just makes you angry for even using the platform in the first place, because you go in relatively alright, you see a post that angers you, you watch it, you comment on it, and everyone dogs on you, or, you know, you have to dog on people, and it's frustrating as a consumer and as a creator. Now, the only bar of entry for YouTube right now, if you want a big production's probably better. It'll get you traction faster because people will see it and they'll be like, wow, this is a really polished looking video. But all you need for bar of entry in YouTube now is a sense of humor and a microphone. You don't need a good microphone. I've got a good microphone. You don't need a good microphone. You know, just good audio engineering works too. I found that recording my audio on OBS seems to work better than me just manually editing the audio every time I want to use it. But not only is YouTube showing YouTube Shorts and, you know, long form and short form videos, you know, they're also trying to push their YouTube games. YouTube has this thing where you can play video games right on the homepage. I haven't tried it out personally, but I know that other YouTubers have used it in their videos.
What are these things? You might be wondering. Well, you're right. Because it's YouTube playables
You
again.
got me.
That episode was so much fun, and there's just tons of junk here.
God, there's so many.
Look at all of this junk.
How do you decide which to do?
You just go for it.
Sushi grab.
Also, YouTube videos are starting to look, thumbnails rather, are starting to look really similar. Now, I'm not gonna delve too deep into that because my thumbnails, for the most part, are pretty similar to them. You know, big text. At most 3 people on screen, and arrows and red circles. Those have always been eye-catching. But a lot of people don't know, YouTube also pushes movies and pushes TV shows. Now, I don't know if it's because I have YouTube Premium or not, but going on YouTube, you know, I'll see free movies, like, these are published by YouTube themselves, or not published by YouTube, but you know, they're donated to YouTube from these studios or the copyright holders. Like, for instance, you can watch the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for free. And Chris Claremont's X-Men, the documentary. Million Ways to Die for free. Good Will Hunting for free. Just gonna quickly butt in here. A lot of these movies are no longer for free. I took too long editing the video together. You know, the Boruto movie for free. There's even TV shows such as Pink Panther and Pals, The Hello Kitty Furry Tale Adventure, Kitchen Nightmares, 6 seasons for free. You don't even have to be like subscribed to Primetime as a whole. You're just getting them. They also have the option to purchase films and things like that, or you can subscribe to a Primetime channel and get them temporarily. Like you're subbing to additional stuff on like Hulu, or, because you know on Hulu you can like add HBO Max or whatever, or Primetime as a thing, you know, and it's not really what I'm personally here for. I do watch occasional movies on YouTube, but that's not where I typically watch my films at. If they're free and someone's told me to someone's recommended them to me, I'll check it out. Like the Godzilla from 1998. And occasionally, if you're watching something, it'll actually recommend the film that they're talking about. Just gonna briefly cut in here. I forgot to mention it earlier. On YouTube, we're also seeing a lot of AI-generated things like built into YouTube. Like right now, YouTube has on the creator homepage. Now, there are 2 different ways to get inspiration on YouTube. You can either go to your trends, which will show videos that are similar to yours in some way, shape, or form. Right now, it's a bunch of music content for me because I still have most of my top content is music right now. But if you go to the inspiration tab, which is underneath your channel's content, it has AI-generated things like that it hopes you get ideas from. I don't think that I will ever use this, because everything right now is stuff I would never upload, like 5 tips for planning a solo trip and building a budget for a long-term trip. I might do that one. Budget's alright. I like budgets. And YouTubers are honestly getting tired of the way the internet and YouTube as a whole is getting ran.
I really don't like where the internet is today. No, the internet feels like a shitty place to be now. It doesn't feel as positive, and it doesn't feel as creative as it used to be. It doesn't feel as fun. And I personally think that it feels this way for 3 main reasons. 1 is just the absolute drivel that is on platforms these days. 2 is the insane amount of bots and AI. 3 is just the insane amount of negativity. Everybody is always at each other's throats.
I've seen a few videos uploaded by creators that I follow personally that are like, I'm done with following what YouTube wants me to make. I'm just gonna make what I want to make, which is great. That's what YouTube should have been from the start. And I found that viewers enjoy watching videos that the creator enjoys making. I personally don't like watching videos where I can tell that the creator's not enjoying the content that they're making. Like, it feels like a slog to get through sometimes. And right now, we're also seeing a huge rise of creators on, YouTube and other platforms where all they're doing is reacting to stuff, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views. Reaction content feels inherently lazy, and we're rewarding that because they find the things that we want to watch, and we watch it with them. It's like if a friend recommended you a video, except you have no idea who that person is, and they're not recommending you one, they're recommending hundreds, and you click to watch that on purpose. But no, really, YouTube, not just YouTube, social media as a whole is really pushing the reaction content. And I really think it really took off when stitching became a thing on TikTok. Where reacting to other people's videos were built in to the system, and that you can either react to it or you can add something to it. And I like it when people add things to it. They make it part of their video rather than basically stealing it and then just nodding their head the whole time. That's not reacting. That's what's going on there. And a lot of the times it's just, for instance, on the community tab, people are uploading pictures, like screenshots of other people's Twitter posts or Facebook posts or Tumblr posts and not saying anything. It's just that, and then it gets hundreds of likes or thousands of likes, and it's like you just took that person's content, and nobody's gonna go and check out the original, the OP. They're gonna check out your channel because they're like, yeah, this guy gets my humor. Not to mention, right now, YouTube is filled with bots. I haven't seen any on my channel yet, thank goodness, but just saying some awful things, or sometimes they're not saying something negative, they're saying something real awesome, and then it ends with, but check out my channel. Or it's just the same thing, copy and pasted over other people's videos, over and over and over. No, that's to say, YouTube is in a weird spot right now. It wants to be everything, so it has no real identity, and I really hope that people think more about what they're uploading, and people think more about what they're watching. YouTube rewards viewership, watch time. If you don't want to see another video of the same type, quickly click off of it. Thumbs down it, click the 3 dots, hit not interested. Any of those things will decrease the amount of times you'll see a video similar to that or from that channel. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, and check you later.